Well, good morning and welcome to Craft Around the Clock. I'm Mary with Ocean Breeze and Me, and I do believe I might be the early bird for this morning. Let me go ahead and get myself set up over here so I can see comments. Cross my fingers, I can see comments. Oops. Oh, you're not going to be kind to me today. No. I want the other me. Huh. Good morning. Good morning, Natalie and Cheryl. Have no clue why they will not let me. There we go. Let's try over here. Open link in a new tab. Forget it. I'm not going through all that. And I will show you what I worked on last night, just kind of playing around. And good morning, Amanda. I'm not sure. I'm doing witch's boots. Here we go. I've got two things going, and I'm not sure that it is a good combination or not. So I did some kind of primitive fabric in the back. If you notice, it's kind of crisscrossed up the back, and then I put a bow, and we got a small patch here on the toe. But then I did the black fabric and buttons. Most of them are in the purple. Good morning, Tracy. In the purple category. So I'm not sure if it is a good match to have this fabric and this fabric. Of course, a witch's, her combination, I would imagine, is darn near anything. But let me know what you think, because we're going to be working on another one. So we'll put this little guy off to the side. And I'm going to tip you down so you can see. And of course, I'm not going to be able to see comments. And I don't know what this is. Open in a new tab. I don't know why you want me to open it in a new tab. You're not giving me the tab to open. Ay, 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 ay. My shortcuts. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. At this point, everything is positively wonky. Good morning, Irma. Let's see if we're moving. Okay. And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. So I am starting to put another one together. And we're going to try and do this one, if we can, together. Good morning, Caffany. Love you big. So I've got all kinds of stuff sitting here in front of me. So this is the thumb. What a mess that was. I could not believe it. I wanted to make zucchini lasagna. And of course the zucchini is your noodles. So here I am with the mandolin. I'm doing fine. So I thought, and then all of a sudden, up I go, and eek, I clipped myself right off the thumb. And it's not like it just takes a little bit of the skin. It takes layers. And it was bleeding like nobody's business. So, hence, I had to hold back just to let it get started on the healing process. and being able to take water on it, because boy, everything hurts. So if it isn't enough to have that kitchen fatality, yesterday I get up, I'm making coffee, feed the dogs, and I guess I went out to fix myself some breakfast. And I walked to the far end of the kitchen, and I said to my husband, "What? Where's all this water coming from?" I mean, our sink is at the opposite end of the kitchen, and here we are. There's just water going everywhere. Can't understand it to save my soul. Oh, come on, stop being a pain. You are going to be... no, you're just going to sit there. Okay, fine. Good morning, Patricia. So, I started tracing, and there was a puddle. I mean, it was coming out from under my cabinet. I've got my cabinet, I've got my stove. My refrigerator is across. So it's like, what the heck? So I go up to the counter, and we had been on Sunday, we had gone to Produce Junction. Well, yeah, I'll glue that one. I won't do the ribbon on that one. And got a couple cantaloupe and a watermelon. So as I worked my way up the counter and I moved the watermelon, I don't know if any of you have ever had this happen, but the whole entire bottom rotted. And all, if you can imagine the water in a watermelon, all that water was running. It ended up all over my cabinet, went down the side of the cabinet, underneath the stove, underneath the cabinet. Oh, dear Lord, what a mess we had. It was unbelievable. And I thought I had it, which I did not. Good morning, Sheila. My husband had to go and tear it all apart. Good morning, Carolyn and Stacy. I'll catch you as I see you. And then, of course, talk about washing the floor. I had to wash the floor at least twice. I have never experienced anything like that. And I told my husband, I said, well, that will be the last that we will be going to Produce Junction, at least to get anything like melons, because they were apparently overripe. What a mess. What a mess. And every time you walk, you know, you'd stick to the floor. So at least it must be good enough, because we do not have ants. So we always seem to have ants. So, okay. I did not leave it open in the back. Why did I not do that? Because I'm talking about watermelon. Okay. And we'll bring it up here a little bit more. There are times when that, you know, that's how your days go. Just absolutely craziness. Okay. So now we have it. That much is glued together. The only thing that's bad about felt is it holds absolutely everything. So I want this one to go this way. So we're going to try, I did this last night, and I'm going to try it again, and hopefully it will work well for me. Take a little bit more and open it. This is a crocodile. And this is how I punched the holes to put my material through. Let's see if it went. It did. Pretty much. And by the way, if I try to get off early, do all the red, and I will see it. Oh my goodness. There are times, I'll tell you, wait till you get to my age, you begin to wonder what in the world is going on. Okay, yep, we're through. I'm going to do, I think, 3 or 4. Just making, yep, we're through. Okay. So, you all saw the pictures, I do believe, of our latest family member, which that was an amazing day. We have Ash is now her legal name. Her birth name was Ashley, and she did not like it. So this was her chance to change her name. So, and her middle name was Lynn, which she didn't have a problem with. She just didn't like the way it was spelled. So she had the spelling changed, and she took our last name. So we have Ashlyn Knaus. It was very emotional, very moving, and Ash, for everything that she's been through, does not show emotion per se. She was very hyper. Excited. We're not permitted to give hugs. She doesn't want hugs. But my daughter-in-law went over and gave her a hug, and it's so funny because somebody was able to get a picture. And Ash, Jill has her arms wrapped around, and Ash is like this. She's got her arms under Jill's arms, but there was no, it'll come in time. She's adjusted quite a lot already, and there's still more to go. And it will come. So, and like I said, she's not a big one for showing emotion, but she kept telling my son as the days got closer, well, Doug, you got 3 days and then there's no give backs. So that was her way, you know, of expressing her excitement. So it was a very, very, very special day. Okay, so we have 3 holes. Thank you, Stacy. Are we moving? Sorta. I, for the life of me, do not understand. But it is what it is. Okay. So, we can do fabric again. And I don't know. I didn't see. Hi, Andy. How are you? That's my son. I didn't get an answer or stars, and I don't know. If you think putting a primitive fabric on the back to tie up the back. I put it on the toe and then did the silky around the top. If you think it's okay, give me hearts. If not, give me thumbs. I guess that's the easiest way for me to see. And I'm waiting to see something. There's a heart. There's hearts. Okay. We have a lot of new crafting sisters that have joined us. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you? There you are. We are moving over here. And Michelle, good morning. Yes, it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm having something done. She loves frogs, and this was the sweetest. One of her caseworkers bought her a stuffed frog. It sat, about that big, and it had a little white t-shirt on it, and on it it said, Ashley Lynn Knaus, adopted August 14th, 2025. Well, when you lifted the shirt, there was a big red heart. It was so sweet. So, and she got a frog blanket, but I'm in the process of one of my crafting sisters that I know in the area does sea glass, and she actually has some frogs. So I'm going to be getting together with her. Good morning, Kelly. And Shannon, how are you? It's one of our Rosebrook Cottage is one of our new crafting sisters. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? It's getting close. Can't wait. Okay. Fabric. Do you see what I have here? And of course, you know where this came from, right? I'm thinking, what do you think? I think that would look cool. Now, as long as thumb will cooperate, we'll be good to go. So, all in all, it was a very, very good day. We went up and came back the same day. So Ash has one more year of high school. And it's funny how it was already pretty much decided that the adoption would go through. But the judge still wanted to hear from her, from the parents, and anybody else. And of course, you know, I do have a big mouth. We need a conversation next to, oh, yep, absolutely, Jackie. Absolutely. I'm not like Annabelle. I'm not packed yet. I want to wait and see what the weather's going to do. So they asked if, before we even got started, was there anybody that wanted to say anything? And I said yes. But I wanted more or less to let the judge know that his decision to let her be with them was definitely a good idea. So I let them, they want to know, they like to know what you have seen as far as growth changes, which we don't see her near as much because we don't live in Pennsylvania. But for the times that we have seen her, there's definitely been a change. Her personality, more of her personality comes out every time. She does like to joke, which she fits right in. But I also wanted the judge to know what a very compassionate, loving family he was putting her into. So I took the time to thank my grandson, who is the one that originally realized, because he was friends with Ash, that Ash was struggling, that her life, to put it mildly, pretty much sucked. So, cheers. So, hot glue or fuzz, one of the two. So, what did I do? I don't know. I think it's the squares are throwing me off. There we go. So I let the judge know that, you know, Hunter is a very, very compassionate person, and he was the one that asked if Ash could come and stay with them. And that was the beginning. So he was recognized in school, and I would say he'll be recognized pretty much the rest of his life for, so there's the back, for what he did for Ash, that she gets a new, you know, a new chance at life. And then, of course, I had to thank my son and daughter-in-law, who, like I said, their hearts are so big that they had, you know, enough love in their heart to give to another child, because, you know, our grandson graduated this year. So, in essence, they were done. But they chose to go ahead and give Ash a chance. So, it was good. And the attorney, she gave all of us flowers, which was nice. And it just so happened that the judge knew my daughter-in-law's father. So they reminisced for a while. Okay. Let me get another piece here with all its strings to make a bow for the back. So like I said, it was a perfect day. It's nice when you know you're going to court for something good, right? And you also saw the angry ocean pictures. see. Oh, you're going to make me cry, Dominica. We tried. We tried. We wanted well, I didn't tolerate unkindness with my kids. It's unnecessary. Definitely unnecessary. And they learned very young because they went to school with handicapped children. So there was a lot of things there that they learned, and they had to learn, you know, you have to have compassion. So thank you. All right, let's I'll get my thumb stuck. All right. I think I will clip those a bit. A few extra tails don't matter. All right, let's see. So I guess my oh, thank you, Sheila. You know, with our grandson, I could see it. I could see it in him from the time he was little, that he had a big heart. And I think one of the things I'll never forget, after my father had passed, I had the pictures from his funeral, and he had full military, and they were, come on, they were in the book with some past memories of my mom. And the kids wanted to know about my mother. They never got to meet her. So we were going through all this, and we stumbled across the pictures. And Hunter said to me, "Nana, who is that?" And I said, what is this? And I said, "Well, that was your great-grandfather." I said, "Your great-grandfather passed away, and he was a colonel in the Army, and he had a very special funeral." Okay, come on. Where are you? Okay, so there's the back, and I think we'll leave it as such. So I'm going to do a little bit more here before I put, maybe I won't. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some stuffing in it a while. So I look over, and he is crying. And I said to him, "Hunter, why are you crying?" "Because I miss him." And I'm like, "Hunter, you never met your grandfather." "I don't care. I miss him." And, you know, it was just, he knew there was a loss there. I could not, look what I used. Look what I used to stuff my, there was, I mean, such compassion from such a small little guy. He might have been 4. And he was very compassionate with his friends. you know. So it has, I think it's always been in his nature. And I said to Sarah, when she came to visit, I said, so Sarah, are you ready for Ash to become officially your sister? Oh, Nana, she's been my sister since the day she walked in the door. So, okay. These little devils are hard to stuff. Hi, Mayor, how are ya? So, the angry beach. It was angry. We were down on Tuesday. Our son was here, Andy. He came down for the day. Unfortunately, he got a rainy day, but he's a beach lover like his mother. So we went anyway. He needed the smell of salt air. I can understand that completely. So down we went, trounced in the rain, and took a look at the ocean, and boy, oh boy, it was rough. But we got to smell the salt air, and till it was said and done, before we left there, I had to go get another pair of flip-flops because my feet were so wet that they were slipping in the flip-flops that I had. And I said, if I don't get new ones, I am going to end up taking a spill, which is not a good thing. So we got new flip-flops and another umbrella. And then from there we went to the outlets. He loves the outlets here. Of course, it helps when you don't have to pay taxes, right? Okay. Nope, it looks like I'll be putting a little bit more glue back there. Well, if that's the case, we'll just go sideways here and possibly push it a little bit more to the toe. Oop. Okay. Good enough. All right. Let me touch up where I've opened it up. So I hope that we're going to see a lot of you at our meetup in Lancaster. This last trip, at least I found one hotel. The other one is hidden by trees. But I do know where they are, so. Our band. Yes, they are here too. No swimming, which makes me kind of chuckle because this weekend is the big Jeep thing at Ocean City where they allow the Jeeps to drive. They actually make a course for them on the beach. And I thought, now how is that possible if you're closing everything down? My husband said it's because their beach is so much wider than here. We'll see. We'll see. It's only get 75 here today. And we could have winds. I mean, 15 miles an hour is high, but we've had a lot worse. Well, you don't want to cooperate with me. Why? Why? Because that would be too easy. I've been seeing everybody doing hats and witches' boots. So I thought, okay. Although they just announced that, I guess it's either this week or the first of next. Out comes Dunkin' Donuts and all its spice latte. I'm not ready. I am not ready. There we go. Okay. Let me fix here. I do not like cold weather. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. I'll have to get a lint roller once I'm finished. Okay. Now we're going to go up the back some more. I'm quite anxious to see the places that, well, you little stinker, you, Miss Tracy has picked out to go junking. It's really amazing because of all the time that I spent in Lancaster with my husband, and that was the furthest thing from my mind. So it will still be a treat for me because those places, I don't know. And plus the fact of meeting fellow creators and some of you who come on and say hello. Oh, pumpkin spice came out today in South Carolina. Black coffee for you, Mayor? I wish. I wish. That's all my mother drank was black coffee. But she got into that when she was in school. Me, no. Not me. I have to have cream and sugar. Okay. I will do a little bit more over here before I stuff it more. I hate hot glue. And all of its little dribbles. I can heat it up later and get it off. Unless I cover it up. Oh, that makes me mad. Let's get some more stuffing in it. We were at the vet on Monday, and Winston's got double earache. I kind of figured, I could tell. I have medicine that kind of keeps it at bay, so it's supposed to keep it at bay. And sometimes it will get rid of it altogether, but no. So he's on meds, which doesn't make him a happy camper. He does not like it. And he got his nails cut. I don't know how that went. They didn't tell me. I probably don't want to know. But at least I will not get clawed to pieces now. Which, of course, he doesn't do it on purpose. He just wants to play. I can't help it. I have old skin. You slept with your quilt last night, Mare? Oh, my. I hear you, Elizabeth. But you know, I wonder, we're never happy. It's either too hot or too cold. And I don't think anywhere you go will you get what temperature that you want. I really don't think. I think maybe that's enough. So I'm going to finish up the sides. In fact, I'm very warm right now. I don't know why. I don't have any air going on in here. Turned the air off and I didn't open the window in here or turn the ceiling fan on. Ceiling fan blows everything away. So my craft room is definitely a mess. And I don't need a ceiling fan blowing things all over the place. More so than it is. Oh, we did get a surprise phone call the other night. Bill's brother, who lives in California, who is moving to Oklahoma, is why we are doing the reunion next year in Oklahoma, gave us a phone call. And he's in Pennsylvania with his sister, so they are coming to see us on Sunday, which is nice. Hope Carol doesn't get lost. Okay. This way. But there it is. We got it all sewn up. All right. This is where I will ask for help. Do you think we should use the same around the top? Or do you think we should do some lace? And the lace is kind of a blackish gray. Thank you, Natalie. Oh, 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 I'm sorry, Mare. Oh, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. I mean, you know, the lace. Okay. They're family. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. They are family. As you can tell, this is a no-sew boot. Not that I can't sew. So have any of you decorated for fall yet? I'm waiting a bit. To me, it's still summer. I started at 1/4 of. My time is up. Yes. 8:30. I'm done. So, not until September. Yeah. Okay, guys. 1/4 to 8:30 is 45 minutes. So I did my time. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. Hi, Kelvy, for being here with me today. I will finish this up and show you what we end up with. And once again, thank you all so much for your continued support. And I will see you probably next week. Alrighty, guys. Mwah. Love you all. Thank you.